Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chadwick Hamilton.
Don't worry, it's one-sided. Hello, everybody. My name is Chadwick Charles Hamilton. This is the graduation ceremony. I would like to begin with a reference to one of my favorite writers, Stephen Hawking. He once wrote that for every equation you reference, you cut your audience in half. So I would like to start with some statistics, because I'm a little timid speaking to such a large audience. In my time here, I have taught or coached over 80% of this senior class. Of those, nearly half have had me as a teacher or coach more than once. Some of these more than 3 times. To that select few, I would like to say sincerely, I'm sorry. For those, don't laugh at your own jokes. For those of you who don't know, this is my 4th year teaching at KIS. It's also, very sadly, my last. We entered high school at KIS together, and now we leave it together. So this year's senior class is one that I feel inherently tied to. I'm incredibly honored to be speaking to you today and sharing this evening of celebration. A celebration of your accomplishments, perseverance, and general lack of sleep. It's impressive. It's because of this 4 years together that I have a somewhat unique perspective on your time here. Our first year together, I was blown away by your abilities, exceptional student behaviors, and great sense of humor. I remember thinking that Q and Eunice pretty much knew everything I was going to teach. I remember being amazed by the focus of students like Christine and Nicole. Some things stay the same. I remember thinking Jenny Huang was shy. Some things change. I remember meeting Ian and Chris and thinking it cute. That's not even the punchline. I remember meeting Ian and Chris and thinking it cute that they seemed to love gangster rap. 3 years later, it's a little strange. The next year, I remember Michael hitting a 3-pointer against GSIS. We still lost, but it was a big 3-pointer. I saw you in plays and concerts and thought about how diverse your talents were. We shared high fives, and I got to hear about your transition to sophomore year. I didn't teach any of you that year, but I still had you in clubs. In fact, John Kim, literally every club I advised, every semester he was in it. But I never had him as a teacher. I dodged a bullet. I heard about the challenges of junior year, and I saw you receive accolades in many diverse endeavors. I advised a club that Susie, Junghyun, and Rachel started. I got to work with Peter Kim in Math Connections. I started to get jealous of all the other teachers who had you. So I took credit for things that I never did. Like I told people I instructed Sungwoo how to shoot a basketball, taught Heejin art, or showed David how to dance. Not Jinsuk. This year I got to know a number of you that I hadn't met or didn't really know before. I was moved by Jaren's children's book. I watched Heesung be brave while having a metal ball shot at his head. I got to see a group of 4 girls build their own table. I finally saw Sam not play an old man in the play. I saw amazing art at the showcase, heard Steve and Sean sing at Patio on Fire, enjoyed supporting our sports teams, musicians, actors, mathletes, MU winners, speech and debaters, and on and on. It's so impressive that you were able to balance all of this and had time to visit colleges. Think about that. You are an incredibly hardworking class, really. I feel like you put together such a great 3.5 years here. It took a minute. You got it. I'm kidding though, really. You did push yourselves though, and that's clear. I believe there are many reasons for this. I believe you did it for your teachers, I believe you did it for your parents, and I believe you did it for your future. Though if I'm honest, we hit a wall. Inspiration was low and spirit was down. I think this was epitomized in a small exchange I had with Bobby the last class before the AP exam. He said, "Mr. Hamilton, I think I have senioritis." I replied, "What makes you say that?" "I think I could get a 4 and be okay with it." This is the funny thing. We had all built such expectations about what this time should look like. You had accomplished many of your goals and began questioning what it was all for. Though in all of it, your senioritis was still high achieving. We'd spent the last couple weeks easing into this graduation and all that it symbolizes, and you have continued to show a dedication and I believe some important reflection in this time. A reflection that cannot come without some senioritis. A reflection I want to encourage you to continue to lean into. In my own reflecting on what I wanted to tell you, I realized that while I feel honored to speak, I don't feel as though I can express the full sentiment of the teacher population here. So I asked a few of your teachers if they had something that they wanted to tell you, advice or descriptors of you, general thoughts, and here it is.
About all your adventures. Good luck to you.
My wish for the class of 2013 is that they find and follow their compass.
Yeah, this class is incredible, truly incredible. It's been an honor to get to know them. Remember, it's not the situation, it's your reaction to the situation.
Being new to the school and the country this year, the senior class has taught me as much as I have taught them. I would sincerely like to thank them for their sensational support, patience and kindness throughout the year.
I think one of the things that really stands out to me about this year's senior class is their amazing leadership. They've just developed so many things. I'm thinking about the TED Talks, for an example, as one of the items they did. Amazing.
I've been inspired by my creative writers.
Always be true to who you are, because you are a great group of amazing kids.
For me, I'm going to miss Michelle O and Cyan a lot. They've been with me for 4 years. They made huge contributions to the basketball team, especially this year. I just can't tell you how much I'm going to miss them.
Class of 2013, it's been a blast getting to know you the last 4 years. What I'm going to take away from you is your incredible drive, no matter how ambitious a task, whether it's building a well in another country or petitioning local government. Nothing's going to stop you guys. You refuse to allow others to tell you you can't do this.
This class was focused. They knew what they wanted. They worked really hard to get it. They never wavered. And my hope for them is that in the end, the reward will exceed their expectations.
There are 2 rules in life. Number 1 is don't sweat the small stuff. And number 2 is it's all small stuff except love.
I've known these guys since they were freshmen, and it's been an amazing 4 years. I can't wait to see where they go from here. I wish them the best of luck, and I will miss them a lot. Congratulations, guys.
Seniors, you are an amazing group. Talented, driven, wicked smart, generous, and you'll be sorely missed around here. Right now, we celebrate you and all that you've achieved and all that you've taught us. Thank you for allowing us into your lives. We are so glad that you are a part of ours. We love you.
After I had edited out all of the inappropriate language, a lot of inappropriate language, there seemed to be a common thread. Amazing. This is where I've had difficulty with you. Collectively, you are amazing. But individually, I feel you may surpass my ability to use superlatives. I recognize that you have redefined how I perceive student achievement. It's no longer about just getting good grades or scoring highly. Your projects, analysis, and creation in the arts, sociology, or math connections, how do I do that justice? How do I communicate being impressed by 4 years of experiences? I look back and there are so many great memories. Each one of you has made me laugh at some point. Seeing Chris in the Brighton Beach memoirs, watching Namgyu shoot free throws, Ben's quotes, uh-oh, phone call, Freddie being Freddie. I love it, really. It isn't just this though, because you've always had the ability to balance the light with the heavy. At parent-teacher conferences, Peter Park asked me about the expected value of a probabilistic event with an infinite payout, and connected that to the question of eternal life. Really, he asked that. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And just a few weeks ago, I was having conversations about what really motivates and changes us with Christine Kim. Jenny, who did a great job tonight, by the way, very good job, and Albert regularly asked questions about philosophical ideas and made meaning out of everyday experiences. This is part of what makes you such a unique class. I had never in my career worked with a population like you. I feel like I have a story or a special experience with every one of you, and I recognize not only how much I will miss you individually, but corporately as well. You didn't just sit in class and learn, but you engaged with who I was. You asked about my daughter Iris, who's here, by the way, over there, looking cute. You asked about my life and how I was doing.